Hey kids,
10 times a charm.
welcome to another acceptable, exciting something.
Yeah, acceptable.
Yeah, we'll make it
it's acceptable.
Hopefully you find it acceptable. Tipsy Irishman with the Scotsman over here, and we got the old Trace the Buffalo in the background there, just kind of hanging out. Frozen iguanas. We're gonna make it short today, so I said get to the point. and of course we got our Happy Juice Whiskey Club going on here. Just a quick, we haven't seen you for a week or so we're trying. He was sick and schedules.
I feel like when we talk about that, I feel like I'm sick a lot. Like you go back and watch these videos, like, oh, we missed a week because Jake was sick.
That's just our code word. We didn't want to do nothing that week.
No,
just kidding. But anyways, he's got something special. I'm going to show up so we can talk about it and go.
Oh yeah, no sponsor this week. We're trying something new today. We got the
just us.
Yeah, just us. The microphones are kind of off body.
We're trying something different.
Let us know what you think. Yeah, because it's been getting a little weird. So I was down at MVP talking to Kevin. I was picking up a bottle. It was a store pick that my group had done a collaboration with a different group, and I bought a bottle and was down there picking it up. And as we were chit-chatting, he had 13th Colony sitting on his shelf. And I was like, oh, man, have you had any of that stuff? I was like, I've tried the base bourbon, but I've really been looking for the cask strength. And he's like, hang on. And he went to the back, and he brought one out. So talk to your people, because you never know what they've got hiding around in the back. So with us today is 13th Colony.
Public, sadly. We're not allowed to have anything.
Yeah, not allowed to have anything in the back. This is 13th Colony cask strength. There was a ton of controversy around 13th Colony earlier in the year. They released a double oaked that was on most whiskey tubes, whiskey of the year contender. Like, it was phenomenal. Come to find out later on, they were a little deceptive in their labeling, similar to this one, right? This one says produced and bottled by 13th Colony. It does not say distilled by 13th Colony. You can tour the 13th Colony Distillery. They do have a still there. But back of the napkin math says that the still that they have is not big enough to produce the amount of liquid that they are putting into market. So it kind of cued some people off that maybe some of this might be sourced. If you want to look more into that on YouTube, you can go to the search bar. I forget the name of the guy that did a really, really in-depth dive into it, trying to figure out. He was actually emailing the public relations people with 13th Colony, trying to get to the bottom of it. So it's kind of put a bad taste in some people's mouth. And I agree, the deceptive labeling is not cool. This one here, again, produced and bottled by, this is a small batch cask strength offering from them, non-age stated, right? So you're not getting any age on it. 13th Colony out of Georgia, by the way. So what we're drinking is Georgia whiskey today. Which, there's a lot of non-age stated stuff.
Well, not Alabama whiskey. We all right then.
Yeah, Alabama whiskey can be rough.
Those ain't no Clyde May. They'll be all right.
Well, when you're talking about the color on that.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm trying to look at the proof.
It's really small. You won't be able to see
My glasses aren't on. I can't see anything anyways.
I mean, that's really got a great color to it. Deep kind of amber hue, little honey to it.
I'll be honest. Sometimes I will just grab something if I like the color.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said,
because you kind of know, unless you know it's really young. And it's super color. That means there's a lot of extra crap in there, like sugary,
and so
hangovery.
That's the concern with these guys, right? Are they using additives? What are they doing to get that color, to get that, because they haven't been around that long.
Caramel in there.
To have things in the 8, 10, 12-year range. They haven't been established long enough to have.
So we don't know how old this is.
Yep, no idea how old this is. This is batch 2000 or 2024.
Kind of good color.
So they must batch it by year. It's the first one I've ever seen, so I probably should have dug into that a little deeper. But we cracked it in the store. I was really interested to try it. So the other cool thing you can do with your local guys, right? If they have something that they're going to let you buy, ask them, hey, have you had this? I'd love to open it with you. Let's try it together. So we actually opened this, and then we went to dinner. So it was a long day.
Don't smack me when I say this, but I get a little trickiness. A little trickiness, like a Master Keat kind of that trickiness. Not that level, but that. Does that make sense?
It does. There's definitely something funky there. I'm having a hard time getting through the very sweet, vanilla, sugary, weeded nose. It
feels it's very ethanol smelling for sure. To me, anyways.
Yeah, it's got a little of that plasticky Band-Aid ethanol smell. But when you see the proof on it,
I don't think you've said that before.
Yeah, I get those out of some of the Blue Note uncuts. It's like a.
You're not a fan.
No, I was talking about the Blue Note 9-year. I like a lot. Very sweet. It smells heavily weeded to me.
Sorry.
Like if I didn't know any better, I would have said this is some kind of super high proof Maker's Mark. There's no way it's Maker's Mark because the proof is significantly higher. But
I can see that.
But that's kind of what it reminds me of. Cheers. Let's see what it tastes like.
Well, that's interesting.
Wow.
Definitely got the vanilla for sure. So little cinnamon?
Yeah, definitely cinnamon. 100%. This is one of those whiskeys that the proof hits your tongue instantly. This isn't a slow building heat. This is heat. And it's not unbearable heat, but it's there. It's not like you drink it and it kind of builds from the back. This is right on the tongue, instant. Getting a woody flavor that's not oak.
Definitely weeded though.
Yeah, it tastes very, very sweet.
No char. I don't really taste a char either. It's pretty hot the second time. The second sip is a little hotter for sure. I'm gonna go 117.
120.
Damn, I was close.
Yeah,
I was gonna say 121, but I went low. That's still good. I'm in the range.
Man, now that you said cinnamon, that's like dominating. That's all I can that pops in my head when I drink it. It definitely is cinnamon, and I don't know if I'm.
And that to me is the heat, not the
right. That's am I confusing the heat with cinnamon?
Not the heat that you get from the proof. It seems like it's the heat from the cinnamon. It's almost like a Jack Fire. Dare I say it? Fireball.
Yeah, it's definitely cinnamon forward. The finish is still hanging out.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to give you hangover.
You think so?
I think there's some stuff in there.
You think there's an additive of some kind in there? I'll say this about that.
I think there's extra sugar in it.
It's it's a really interesting bottle. It's a cool release.
Delicious. I'm not saying it's not.
You know what MSRP is on this damn thing?
I have not a clue.
$130. So
it's not worth $100.
It is not a $130 bottle. It's different. It's Georgia whiskey. It's cool. Something other outside of Kentucky, and they're doing something cool like this. I love the bottle shape, but
I like the unique bottle. Definitely, the color is great.
You know what's interesting though, for as cinnamon and as hot as it is giving me heartburn because it's not getting me at all. I'm not getting anything in the chest.
I just had a piece of pizza, so that should tell you right.
I'm not having anything come back up. Normally, those real cinnamon forward hot pours will get me in the chest. So, are we confusing that heat for something else?
It's just weird. Not in a bad way, just weird. So I would say if I was pricing this on my scale, I would be willing to pay $55 for this.
Yeah, this is going to be a niche bottle.
Maybe $60 out the door.
It drinks to the proof. It drinks to the 120.
Definitely,
there's no doubt.
I'll tell you what though, if you had a Fireball fan, they were like, they
would crush this.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm still unsure how I feel about it. This is the third time I've had it. I drank it with Kevin when we opened it, and then I brought it out the other night for a buddy that was over. We had a little pour, and this is kind of the third time I've gone back to it. I wanted to let it sit and get a little air on it. It's been open for 3 weeks-ish.
How is it now? From when you first opened it.
There's nothing remarkable about it. It's not that I don't like it. There's just nothing at that 130 limited release. Got to scrounge to find it or pull in a favor to get it. It's not anything special.
I wouldn't pull a favor for it.
Yeah, I would try to.
Just me.
I would try it before you. This is definitely one that falls in. Try it before you buy it categories. I know guys that love that cinnamon flavor. I know guys that love to drink that heat. It's not my favorite. It's not drying.
I prefer the cinnamon. I prefer cinnamon without the heat. Like that the cinnamon that I'm getting, the heat that I'm getting is from the proof, not from the cinnamon. Does that make sense? Because there's a difference.
Yeah. No, it hit my tongue instantly. The proof is there. I mean, it definitely when I get proof on the tip of my tongue, that's when I know it's there. Like normally, it kind of builds and you can kind of figure it out. But when it's like instant, this is 4:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday, first drink I've had today. It definitely came in a little hotter than I was expecting. Definitely got some oak flavor to it. A tiny bit drying, not overly drying. It doesn't taste very old. I'm not getting leather, tobacco, over oaked type things.
It's young.
For the color, that's the other part that's kind of odd, right? Like something like this looks almost like a Joseph Magnus cigar blend. Like that's the color I would equate it to.
But in that same sentence, when you cigar blend to the glass from the bottle, it matches. This is very light when you pulled it over.
Yeah, when you pulled it over. Yeah.
There's a great thing out there. I think it's made by Bardstown too. It's called Fighting Cock. 103 proof. They're only 36 months old. It's really dark and rich like that. And if you drink it like you drink anything else, you'll end up with a headache in the morning because there's extra sugar in it for the caramel color they put in there.
Dude, that's really interesting you said that. Look what I'm going to hold this inside.
See what I'm saying?
In the neck, it looks very, very thin, and in the bottle, it looks very, very thick.
I guarantee you, this will get you high quick, and then you end up with a headache. I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's bizarre, man. I may have to do a session with this. I may have to sit down and have a few pours and see what I feel like in the morning. Not tonight. I got date night tonight, so tonight's definitely not the night. And I've been sober for 3 weeks trying to lose weight. Which is not going awesome, by the way. I'm down like 5 pounds. It's a pain in the ass. Like, I'm working out like crazy.
And you were sick. You would think me.
Yeah,
I thought for sure, like, you'd be like, hey, I was trying to be, and I got sick, and I lost 15 pounds like that.
No, it ain't falling off me the way it used to. So, interesting expression. Yeah, welcome to 40. Interesting expression. Definitely something different. Something from Georgia. Cool looking bottle. $130. I don't think it's there.
No.
I am, and like Ed was saying, I'm a little suspicious as to what's actually in the bottle to get it to that flavoring and that color.
I'm guaranteed you they did it on purpose to make you go, ooh, piece of candy. And you're like,
yeah, maybe. I would love, that's what I was saying, I'd love a little more transparency in the bottle. They don't put their mash bills up on their website. They don't disclose any type of sourcing or anything on their website. It's all a little bit of a mystery. So they made a huge splash with the double oaked. I know people who have had it and they love it. They had a 13th anniversary or something like that, or 13th Colony 15th anniversary or something they released at the distillery only. I had a buddy get a hold of one through the raffle, and I think he sold it. I don't think he ever even opened it. So if you know me, hit me up and come try it before you buy it. Like, this is definitely one that I would say, and I'd be happy. And
I'll guarantee you, there's for every one of us, there's two of us. There's gonna be two people that we know that love it.
That absolutely, yeah. This may be your
love
jam.
It think the price is on point. Yeah, exactly.
It's not even, and this is
we're
the
just
thing.
snobby.
It's not single barrel proof for $130. This is batch. This is the 2024 batch. So think E.H. Taylor barrel proof. So E.H. Taylor barrel proof, same thing, right? It's batched. It comes out barrel proof, but that's like 6 to 8 years Buffalo Trace product, and I think SRP on that one is holding around that one.
I'm pretty sure Jesus touches those.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he filters it through his beard before they put it in the bottle.
Something.
That bottle, I think,
the aliens touch it or something.
I think that bottle's around the same price. So they're not like out of bounds with what they're asking for it as compared to what they're showing their competitors to be. It's not like at 130 that they're way out of left
field. But again, if you're going to that level and you're going to do that thing, and if you want to compare it to that, I know for me personally, at this present stage of my life, those are my favorites. All the E.H. Taylors.
Yeah.
I know I'm okay when I spend it. So that means if I do the same amount of money on a bottle that's different, I'm going to expect that kind of level. That makes sense.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the closest competitor here. It's a batch barrel proof, probably around the same amount of years age.
I've yet to be disappointed by anything.
Oh no, they're phenomenal. They would blow this out of the water. So,
and sometimes even the one I've already had that I get the next bottle of the same thing, it just again blown away. I don't know how it could be better, but it is.
So if your local guy's got one, and you're more of a try it because it's interesting and different, that's go for it, swing at it. But if you're more looking for at that 130 price point, you're looking for more of an elevated whiskey experience, I don't think this is it.
No. And don't go get this because you're new to whiskey. You'll be very disappointed.
Yeah, it actually probably hurt your feelings.
It probably hurt your feelings.
Because it's expensive and it's hot. If you're new to whiskey, it might hurt your feelings a bit.
No, so just FYI, I'm going to throw this out there. If you are looking for any of the new Bardstowns, Green River, or Whistle Pig 21 year,
ooh, God dang.
Hit your Publixes.
Yeah, the Green Rivers are all over. Buddy hit me up. He's like, anybody had this Green River barrel proof?
If you want a Whistle Pig 21 year for $800 plus tax, hit me up in the comments and I'll tell you where you can go get it.
So
it's out of Publix, I can tell you that.
We're running a little fast on this one. We're only at 14-minute marks. Did you see the controversy with the Vault this week?
I did not.
So the ABC Vault, ABC here in Central Florida, is a massive liquor chain.
I'm sure I'll hear about it from Austin.
And to get any of their high-end bottles, you don't just walk in and buy it. You have to spend a certain amount at the store, and then you get what's in It's called the Vault, and you get an email and first come,
Invitation.
first serve. You log into the Vault, you scroll through. You may be able to buy something, you may not. You may get one invite a year, you may get 7. It's very random. We haven't quite figured it out, and they put weird stuff in the Vault. But
it's not. One of our friends who's also with our clubs. He puts a gazillion dollars in because he buys all the gifts for the yearly end of the business. He buys all his gifts.
Yeah, your spending amount doesn't matter. Once you hit the gold limit, you're at the gold limit with everybody else.
He's like, I get 1 year I can't even get in, and the next year I get this, and he's got so good. He got that William Lou Weller.
Yeah, no, I've heard of people have absolutely scored in there, but this week the Vault invite that came out was for the Weller Millennium, which is a $7,500 bottle.
Oh, I did see that.
And it was the only bottle that was in there. And ABC, come to find out, had 200 of them, and they only sold about 17 as of yesterday. That vault is still open. It's been open for 3 days. Like my buddies, I got the invite. They can still log in and buy one if they want one. There's no money.
$75.99, I think.
Yeah, plus like $500 in tax. So it's like it's an $8,000 bottle that ABC bought 200 of them.
I think I posted that online actually.
Yeah, and they have sold like 17 of them. It was just very interesting to me that. They made such a massive investment in something that there's a real small market for. I can't imagine there's even 200 dudes in Florida that are going to spend $7,500 on a bottle of Weller. I know personally 2 guys that have it, and one's a liquor store owner, and the other is a social media guy, Sean Thompson at the Lions Den. Shout out Sean Thompson, super cool dude, and he got his hands on one. But when he's spending the money on it, his social media platform's to the point where he's making money on what he's posting, and so that investment is worth it to him, right? To have one, and
he probably really isn't even paying for it,
right?
At the end
so
of the day.
That's kind of the level, and then
that's where we want to be one day.
Yeah, right. And then Frankie obviously owns the Roasted Spirit, and he owns a couple of different restaurant chains and stuff out in Claremont, Winter Garden area, and he had one as well. So I haven't heard great reviews about it. I did have a buddy buy a 1 ounce sample for $300. Real interested for him to open that thing and kind of get his feedback on it.
Listen, I've had the opportunity with Jake. I have another person, Ryan, shout out, and about 5 other really together with all of them together. Just shit I would never in my lifetime be able to taste, let alone have to experience on a regular basis. I've had nothing that's worth that money.
No, I don't think I have anything in my collection. I'd spent my highest bottle is a Willet Purple Top, and I paid $4.99 for it. $3.99 for it. So I paid $400 something for it. But I knew I loved it. I love Willet. I love the Willet Funk. I knew what I was getting into when I bought it. I have nothing else that's even close to that. I struggle like with this at that 130 price point. I was like, oh man, that puts it in a different realm with a bunch of really cool bottles. That
we've had a lot of stuff
like
lately. We've had a lot of stuff lately that are just amazing, and we didn't even pay $100 for it.
Yeah.
And when you have something that's that good that you search out to get more of those, and then you come out here with this stuff for $40 more, we got Jack 12 year.
$89
for 88. Yeah, I think it was 91 out the door after tax, or within the 80s.
If that's all I could ever drink for the rest of my life, I'd be pumped about it. I think Jack 12 years.
And I'm not a Jack dude, but that shit is amazing.
Sneak peek for an upcoming video. I forgot to tell you this. I bought a bottle of Sinatra. I got an open bottle from a buddy. I only paid $75 for it. Jack Sinatra's $180 bottle.
That's a great price.
I got an open one.
$172 at my store.
Yeah, I got an open one for like $75, and it is actually pretty damn good. But
is it really?
Yeah, I thought it ain't $180 good. It's a spoiler alert, but it's pretty cool. So we'll have to do that on an upcoming show.
It's for the whatever. It's
the marketing and all that.
And the whole I got one.
I didn't even ask for the box. I just wanted to see what it tastes like. I was like, yeah, dude, I'll buy your open off. It's a liter. I got a liter of Jack Sinatra for $75, and I think maybe a quarter of it was gone. So I ain't mad about it.
All right. Well, we'll do a taste test with some. We'll do regular or something and something.
Yeah.
We'll triple it. Yeah. Well, listen, kids, he's got to go because
date night.
We don't want him to have to sleep on the couch or come back here because we don't have any room. And also, we'd make room for him. But we got a big Mac. But try it out if you find someone. Like I said, if you find someone that's got it, try it. Please try it first. I'm not trying to negate any sales for any of our friends out there that have liquor stores that have it.
Yeah. That stuff will sell. There ain't a ton of it, and people that want it are going to buy it anyway. So
I'm not sure whether Jake's going to drink one for us today, but he's on the wagon. But he brought me something, and it's my birthday in 2 weeks, so I'm definitely going to have something out. Yummy. Can't tell you what it is. Shh, it's a secret. So drink one for him, for sure. Drink one for me, and we'll drink one for you. And we'll see you on the next one, my kids. My dudes. My peeps. This remote.
Like 2 weeks in a row, the remote ain't working.
This remote.